You want to be successful on your weight loss journey? Well, I have the key for you. It's right here in this video.
In my mind, I wanna dance tonight. It's in the air tonight. Yeah. You know it's all your fault.
You have been on a weight loss journey for so long, sis. You have been doing all of the things that they said to do. Calorie track, get on a diet, eat less, move more, work out, all of the things. But the one thing you haven't really done is address your mental health. So in today's video, let's talk about the importance of your mental health while you're embarking on your weight loss journey. But before we get into today's video, if you've never seen my face before, hey girl, hey, my name is Janae and I make a lot of content focused on fitness, wellness, and self-development and helping you and I live our best healthy and active lives. So if that sounds like something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post a lot of different content over there. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and let me know what are some ways that you address your mental health on your weight loss journey. Let me know in the comments below. I have been on a weight loss and now a weight management journey for a very long time. It started at the age of 22 and it has gone on until right now, and now I'm 36. My highest weight was 287 pounds and I am just now in these last 2 years since March of 2023 have been successful on my weight loss journey. And you may think to yourself, well, yeah, you're successful. You have weight loss surgery and you take a GLP-1. Like, yeah, duh. No, I'm here to tell you, no, it's not because of the tools that I use to lose weight. It is because I've done the mental work to really heal myself on this weight loss journey. See, that has been the difference between the 12 years prior. Those 12 years leading up to weight loss surgery, I had a very toxic relationship with food and with fitness. Not only did I have a toxic relationship with food and fitness, I had a toxic relationship with diet culture, period, with the scale. I mean, with any and everything that involves weight loss. I was solely focused on weight loss that I let it consume me and rob me of so many moments in my life with myself, with my husband, with our children, with my family, with my friends. Like, there are so many moments I will never be able to get back because I was so consumed by my weight. And you may be looking at this video and feeling exactly the way that I used to feel. You may be remembering the times that you took a pillow and you hid behind it because you wanted to, hide that belly or a child or this, or, did a little selfie and just did the shoulders and up. You barely have any full body shots of you or videos of you or moments with your husband, moments with your children, moments with your friends that you don't have those moments, but you have moments of everyone else. You are what's missing in those moments. I was in your shoes. Trust me, it's the biggest regret of my life is robbing my own self of those moments. I can tell you right now, I had weight loss surgery for the wrong reasons. And then I also started my GLP-1 for the wrong reasons. And it was because I just wanted to lose weight. I was so desperate and my health really started to take a turn for the worse that I needed something that was just going to work. Well, on my 2-year journey, I realized it's not about the tools and it's not about what I'm doing necessarily, but it's all about right here. It's been about right here. This is what has been holding me back the most. Now, something that has helped me figure out my mental health was my weight loss surgery and GLP-1. I did finally find a tool that was successful. I really didn't need to count calories or move my body or do anything to lose weight. I finally found something that worked. Well, now what? That's what I end up realizing for myself. Like, I was so hyper focused on the scale, on the food, on the fitness, and literally my tools took those things away from me. It's doing its job. And that left me with so many issues that I didn't realize were issues, but now is bubbling up to the surface. Now what do I do with that? This is when I discovered, like, oh shit, Janae, like, you got some issues. You got some issues that has been holding you back. This is when I discovered my toxic relationship with food and how I started to heal my relationship with food. I had to discover, well, what was my issue with food to begin with? And I talked about this in my previous sit down video where I talked about food and intuitively eating. So I will link that in the cards above for y'all. But that was my issue. I had to be honest with my own self about my issue. And that was my issue. It wasn't what I was eating. It was how much I was eating. And then I started to realize, well, I was eating so much because I was using food as a coping mechanism for my feelings. No matter what those feelings were, I was eating my feelings. Well, what are those feelings that I'm dealing with? Now, that's for me to know, okay? That's for me to know. That's none of y'all business. But it's just, I started to realize that my emotions and my emotional eating was going to be the death of me. Like, quite literally, if I didn't do something to manage it correctly, whether that be therapy or whether that be figuring out a new coping mechanism. Now, if you find yourself like me, you're finding that you have some like traumas from your childhood, traumas from your adulthood, just, you know, different types of food issues, emotional eating, the best thing that you can do is go see a therapist. And I'm saying that, and I didn't go see a therapist, but I do understand that therapy works. And that's me speaking as a psychology major and as somebody who wanted to be a therapist herself. So I know better, but I didn't do better. So now that I know better, I'm telling you to do better. But I follow a lot of people who also had weight loss surgery, takes a GLP-1, who have used therapy as a way, you know, to help them figure out their traumas and things that they went through on their own journeys through life and stuff like that, and how they use food to cope with those things. And they talk about how very beneficial it is. So see what your insurance provides for you. There are so many different types of services now that you can self-pay that it doesn't seem like it's that costly to do, and get a couple of appointments and see if therapy is a thing for you. Now, something that I did was find a new coping mechanism, but it did not come easy for me because I also had to figure out and heal my relationship with fitness. While fitness is my new coping mechanism for my emotions, I had to heal my relationship with fitness because I used to abuse fitness for the 12 years leading up to weight loss surgery. So not only did I have an unhealthy relationship with food, but I was trying to get in the gym 7 days a week for 2 hours at a time, running twice a day, just doing anything that I could to burn as many calories as I could on top of under eating, which would fuel my restriction and then binging. Like, it would just set things afire for me because I was just doing the most, just trying to lose weight. Well, during that first year of weight loss surgery, I took some time off of moving my body. I realized I don't need to move my body to lose weight. I'm losing the weight. Like, again, my tool is tooling. And so it made me figure out, like, no, I don't like running. No, I don't like lifting. No, I don't like any of these things. I actually like being a couch potato. But then we moved to the state of Washington. We're a military family. And I picked up hiking. And I'm like, okay, I like this. Like, I like this. And then after a while, it started to snow and I couldn't hike. And so I'm like, okay, I think I can get into the gym again. I actually like lifting weights. And then spring came and I'm like, you know what? I think I kind of do like running. And here I am. It's like I am a caterpillar and I moved to become a butterfly. And I was doing these things that I hated because I hated them for weight loss purposes. But then I found a new love for these things and it healed that. And now I'm able to use that as a coping mechanism for any emotions that may come about. But while I was on my healing journey between eating and fitness, I had to figure out something because I obviously just said I wasn't going to therapy. And that's when journaling came into play. And journaling, a lot of people talk about this. It's not just one of those, popular things. It really and truly does help people. And it really helped me with my mental health and on my weight loss journey. Like I said, so many things was just boiling up to the surface. And I'm the type of person who have to write things out. I have to write it down, write things out, or I'll forget. And so I just started writing. I started writing, and then I started to go on Amazon because I love spending money, especially on journals. And I tried to see is there anything specific to bariatric surgery or to a weight loss journey that is a journal? And there is, but it was all about tracking your food, weighing your food, all of these things. All of the journals that you will find on Amazon was about that stuff. And I'm kind of burnt out from that. I'm healing my relationship with that right now. I can't have another journal that's talking about food and fitness and tracking and habits and all that stuff. I need a journal prop. And so since there wasn't something like that, I decided to create my own. And so I do have a small journal business. It's called Digress and Digest, where I made prompted journals. Now, these 3 are specific to the bariatric experience, but I really do feel like anyone can use these. And comment down below and let me know if you would like a journal prompt that's similar to this, that someone who is doing a natural journey or a GLP-1 journey could also use. But I want to briefly talk about it if you are a bariatric patient. The first one is called The Journey Begins, and it is dedicated to the pre-op stages of weight loss surgery. This is a 6-month-long journal for you. And within this journal, I talk about setting SMART goals, habit tracking. We're going to be writing down the dream versions of yourself, and then you will dive into the journal prompts. Like I said, this journal will last you 6 months long. Each week has a new journal prompt that you can write down, and then the rest of the days is just a free write. There's also inspiring quotes in here, but I figured most people's bariatric pre-op stage is about 6 months long, and so that's why I made this to be like this. Then I have 2 other journals which are a year long each. The next one is The Journey Within, and this is for your first year out. There are 366 guided prompts in here, and it actually starts from the day of your surgery. I broke this one up into 4 different sections, and I reflected on my own first year of weight loss surgery, where those first 3 months I'm figuring it out and making the most of it. The second set of 3 months, I'm starting to feel normal again. And then by that 6 to 9 month post-op journey is where those body issues start yeah. And then those last couple of months in that first year, we're trying to figure everything else out. And then my last journal is The Journey to Wholeness. This is for us OGs, life after 1 year. Again, this has 366 journal prompts, and it starts at the first of the year. Now, this one is broken up into 12 different sections as each month has its own theme. We tackle things like self-love, habits, self-discovery, happiness, your self-awareness. We're also going to look into our journey to the past. I mean, there's so much. And the great thing is, if you end up getting all 3 of these journals, none of the journal prompts are the same. So you have over 700 journal prompts right here within these 3 books. And I know these journals have different themes, whether that's the pre-op stage, your first year, or year and beyond. You can utilize these journals whenever you want, no matter where you are in your weight loss surgery stage. Now, I do have a YouTube channel dedicated to Digress and Digest, where I actually have videos showing you what these books look like, giving you an example if you want to look at the videos before you purchase. So I will leave those videos in the description box below, as well as the website where you can go ahead and pick these up. If you do decide to pick up the journal, first of all, thank you so much for supporting my small business. And I do have a discount code for you guys. It's going to be YouTube 12. YouTube 12 for 12% off. Yes, I know it's such a weird number, but I wanted to do something random. That way I know for sure you come in from my YouTube channel and this video specifically. So YouTube 12 to get 12% off of your order. But like I said, whether you buy these journals or you find something else or you just write out your feelings, journaling for me has been so healing, which is why I wanted to give back to my community, the bariatric community, and make something that would help them with their own mental health when it comes to the issues that they might deal with: food, fitness, and diet culture, period. So like I mentioned, you can do therapy, you can find a new coping mechanism, or you can do journaling, or do all 3. It doesn't matter, but the most important thing to do on your weight loss journey is to address your mental health and figure out what issues you are having, because we all have lived that life of constantly losing and gaining and dealing with the same issues over and over again. And well, if you know better, you do better. And if you know and have been learning from your own journey and experiences, then hopefully you are doing better so that you can have that sustainable weight loss for long-term success. And that is exactly what I want for myself, and that's what I want for you too. And now that I have successfully been maintaining my weight since it's about to be a year come August, I have evolved and I have grown so much. And I know and I realize now that I'm not doing things for the sole purpose to lose weight or to maintain my weight. I want to maintain how I feel. I want to maintain how I look. I want to maintain my lab records. I want to maintain my life, period, and never go back to the life that I used to live. And a lot of that, honestly, 90% of that is mental. So I really hope you give this video some consideration and some reflection on your own journey and see what you can do to attack and address your own mental health. I say to myself all the time, I'm no longer a victim of my own circumstances or circumstances that happens to me. I'm always going to be solution oriented after weight loss surgery and losing all this weight. And I hope that same thing for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you're following me on TikTok and Instagram. On TikTok, I'm always hosting lives and answering your questions in the moment. And on Instagram, I'm super active in my stories. I do have a broadcast channel. They end up knowing the tea first, so make sure you follow me over there. Thank you guys so much for watching.
In my mind,
in the next video.
I wanna dance tonight.
Bye-bye.
It's in the air tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.